Stirring the coffee with 2 pig heads on sticks using a vortex. Stirring the coffee. I'm out of practice. Stirring the coffee with 2 pig heads on sticks using the vortex method, the only true way to optimize the taste of your coffee. At the molecular level, good morning, welcome to the Daybreak Show. I am the Sultan. We'll get started, but first, Walmart brand French roast coffee made in a percolator. Nice. Very good. I like to make perked coffee on a Friday. Where's my lens cleaning thing? Where my lens cleaning? Hold on a second. I feel like I'm looking through clouds. All right, fuck it. Let's clean it on my shirt. Sorry for the language first thing in the morning. That's the mood I'm in right now. It's one of those days. You know what one of those days means? One of those days means let's start from the beginning. One of those days is somebody pushed my buttons first thing this morning. I'll tell you how they did it. I said, build your dream, and build your dream or somebody will hire you to build theirs. In other words, just get off your ass, hustle, or be part of someone else's hustle. For me, that's pretty motivating, as I have made other people millionaires in my lifetime. A woman, a Christian idealist, freaking hate these types, said her reply was, well, if you're in Christ, you don't have to dream, or something like that. And I'm just thinking, shut up, bitch. But I didn't say it. Pat myself on the back for that. I just get tired of that bullshit. You know, there's a lot of Christian women and they do this thing, and you guys probably know them, where the man never measures up. He's not godly enough. He doesn't pray enough. He's not the spiritual leader of the family. You know, because she just got back from a women's retreat at church where they told her how her husband doesn't measure up, what a real godly man is. I can't stand women like that. I can't stand women's retreats like that. And shame on any pastor that doesn't vet the living fuck out of a speaker for women's retreats. I know a pastor once that had Elizabeth Elliot. The head of the women's ministry brought Elizabeth Elliot in. The pastor was, he just delegated, whatever. And he said it took him 6 months to 2 years to repair the marriages in that church, because every woman left that damn women's retreat believing that her husband didn't measure up. Thanks to Elizabeth Elliot, the patron saint of you're not fucking measuring up. Thank God she's gone. But I'm growing as a Christian. I am actually growing. Like I said, I wanted to say, shut up, bitch, I'm tired of your bullshit. But I didn't. My response to her was this: I see the world as it is, not how I wish it would be. Your idealism is foolish. Work your ass off for the glory of God. In the beginning, Genesis 1:1, God did what? He created. And that's exactly what I'm doing. You can sit on your fat ass and consume, or you can use your brain and create. Creating is always better than consuming. Now give me 10 push-ups, is what I told her. I bet you that went over well, right? Speaking of ladies, you know the story of the loyal wives of Weinsberg? In 1140 AD, the city is besieged. King Conrad sends a message that he'll allow the women to leave with whatever they can carry on their backs. What did they carry? Their husbands. Isn't that great? Now, in order to publicly be a man of his word, he allowed this to happen, and he was impressed with the cunning nature of the women. He allowed them all to leave the city. The siege, look it up, the siege of Weinsberg. My reply is, ladies, start doing your lunges and Bulgarian squats. Whether that's an old folk tale or not, we don't know. But there actually is a illustration dating back to medieval times demonstrating that. Every morning I would see her waiting at the stop. Sometimes she would shop and she would show me what she bought. The Hollies, the song is called Bus Stop, the year was 1966. If you don't know the song, check it out. Every version of the song, not only the radio version, but some of the live versions are phenomenal. If you don't know the Hollies, the band, the Hollies, just check them out. Thank me later. Worry is what happens when your body is filled with energy and you're not doing anything about it. You wring your hands and you walk the floor, as they used to say in country music song, the old school country music songs. Walking the floor. You wring your hands and you walk the floor because you need to let it out, and you're just sitting around ruminating, here. Get out of your head. Go take a brisk walk. I don't care if it's raining out. Hit the gym or start using your resistance bands. If you don't have the bands, I'll put a link down below. Best thing that happened to me the past few months. You can't afford to be around losers and complainers. You know why? Because the next stop will be Brokeville. Hang out with people who are on their way somewhere. Not always fighting, arguing. Enough. Ignore them. I was going to say ignore them and they'll go away. No, they won't go away on their own. Just ignore them. But jerk off's going to jerk off. That's just the way it is. Here's a few lies that your brain tells to you all the time. Things like, I'm too fat, I'm too old, I'm too young. I'm not good looking enough, I'm not smart enough, I'm not qualified. No one will ever buy what I create. No one's going to take me seriously. Every damn one of those things is a lie from the pit of hell. All of those things can be changed. Every last one of those things can be changed. You don't always have to come up with a new idea for a business. How about this? What if there's a product, a service, or a business that you think you can do better with? Now you have a business. You don't have to reinvent the wheel. The best businesses are Me Too businesses. Businesses that try to one-up an existing business. They do a better job. They improve. What do you see that can withstand some improvement, and build your new business around that, the improvement? People who say, well, that's already been done. Shut up, please, with that negativity. Stop it. Coke ain't the only game in town. There's Pepsi and RC Cola and Acme Cola, and whatever your local supermarket is that private labels its Coke product. The reality is, it's all made in the same damn place. It just has different labels on it. But some people want to give up before they even start. I hope you're not one of those, and I hope my newsletter is helping you out with that. Sign up at georgebruno.com if you're not already signed up. And don't forget to like this damn video, please, and subscribe to the channel. From my analytics, half the people that watch me on a regular basis are not even subscribed. So subscribe to the channel. Thank you, the management. Yesterday I saw people in their cars in the drive-through lane at McDonald's. I was not in the drive-through lane at McDonald's. I was at a red light looking at the drive-through lane at the McDonald's near me. People in their cars in the drive-through lane with masks on. Welcome to Philadelphia, the land of sheep. Sheepadelphia. Holy crap. Still, what is it today? The 17th of June. Yesterday, on June 16th, people still wearing masks outside in their cars. What the actual fuck? Seriously. Ah, the delusion is vast. Remember this, that nobody was qualified or ready when they first started. Stop overthinking and just do it. Waiting for conditions to be ideal only mean one thing: you're never going to start. Stop overthinking it. Stop it. Plan properly, but don't overthink it. Huge difference. You don't realize the full potential of social media if you aren't using it to make connections and do outreach. Use the direct messaging features on all your social media. Reach out to people, call people. You can get instant direct access to some of the greatest minds on the planet if you use your social media responsibly. If you want to use your social media to criticize people, make hit pieces, expose the frauds, all that bullshit, be my guest. But build. I tell you, look for a woman that can build. If you're not building first, like in other words, a woman's not going to build for you. You got to be the builder. Your peers are not going to build for you. You have to be the builder. You have access to some of the greatest minds on the planet through social media. And I know there's a little bit of a learning curve, but don't waste your experience on social media arguing with fucking strangers. Are you stupid? My God. I remember the first time I got upset because some fucking anon said something to me, and it occurred to me, holy crap, I allowed someone I don't know with a fake fucking name in a cartoon emoji head to upset me and raise my blood pressure. I'll never forget the first time that popped into my head. I'm thinking, what the hell's happening to me? I think this is pretty funny. If you have one of these in front of your house, there's a 150% chance your kid has a made-up allergy. Am I right or am I wrong? There's a couple of those on my street. I'm not sure. Actually, one of them does have a sign on their front yard that says, hate does not have a home here. So I guess those two things kind of go together. Hate. How fucking weird is it when someone actually posts, they put like a political sign, you know the political signs with the wire, you stick it in the ground, hate doesn't have a home here. Watch, I'll go to the door and campaign for the next conservative candidate in the midterm elections. We'll see if hate doesn't have a home there. Usually people who say that probably are the most hateful. Let's get real. It's not sexy sounding if I create a course about losing X number of pounds by the end of the year. Lose 30 pounds by the end of the year. Right? Doesn't sound real attractive and sexy. What's even less attractive is if I say, lose 30 pounds by this time next year. You know, like by July 1st of 2023, you can be 30 pounds lighter. That doesn't grab people. But if I say something like this, 30 days to a new you, that appeals to the instant gratification and quick fix junkies in everybody, and we all have that. We all want quick fixes. Can a lot be done in 30 days? Oh my gosh, yes, absolutely. Bloated belly can disappear, pants can become looser, your pecs can be lifted up, and that soft look can be transformed. But no one is going to get a beach body by summer now. Ain't gonna happen. Next year? Sure. But now? No. But it shouldn't stop you from starting now. Summer is a great time to start on your fitness journey. Take your shirt off today. Get out in the sun. Do some push-ups. You know what I want to do? I want to get a pull-up bar outside so I can do chin-ups outside in the sun. And I don't give a rip what the neighbors think. I want to be in the sun. I don't want to cover myself. I want the sunlight. Now, use wisdom. I'm not a huge fan of being out in direct sun, you know, like at noon. But before noon, mid to late afternoon, perfect. You only need to be in the sun about 15 minutes to get the full benefits of the sun. So get on the health, wealth, and positive relationship train now. You won't be disappointed. My boss arrives at work in a brand new Toyota Tundra. I said, wow, that is a nice truck. He says, if you work hard, put all your hours in, and strive for excellence, I'll get another one next year. Israeli health officials are considering reintroducing mask mandates indoors as they admit the current vaccines are less effective at resisting the new BA.5 variant, responsible for nearly half the country's infections. Variants, infections, injections. Okay. What I want to do is I want to perfect the, you know, like when you cough and say a word at the same time you're coughing? Like, bullshit. I want to perfect that. I got to figure out a way to write that rather than just saying the word. But if I was around somebody, I would be doing that. Bullshit. It just, like the hysteria and deception is vast, my brothers. As soon as you view your phone and your laptop as money makers, the way that you use them completely changes. 100%. They are. This right here, this laptop, that phone that I'm recording on, are my money makers. I'm done surfing, I'm done browsing. They make me money. They are tools for productivity. I didn't get my first cell phone or computer until I was 40 years old. I remember my wife telling me, do you think we should get cell phones? I'm like, yeah, we could stay in touch. But, oh my God, how did we make it without them? I said to myself, I will not get a PC, I will not get a laptop until it becomes a tool and no longer a toy to surf the web. When it becomes a tool for productivity and making money, then I will get one. And that's when I got my first laptop, when I was 40 years old. One of the biggest mind shifts is to only buy things that appreciate in value or add value or make your work more efficient or more effective. Like, you want to get a new phone, you want to get a new computer, you want to get a watch, it better fit into at least one of those criteria. Is it going to appreciate in value? The average watch is not. A Rolex is. I don't have money for a Rolex. Save up for it. Real estate appreciates in value. Everything else that you bought is depreciating in value. Electronics themselves depreciate about 20% a year. Within 5 years, anything electronic that you have is worth nothing. Nothing. Just think about that. If it's electronic, it depreciates 20% a year. I'm just looking at just like random shit around here. Just random stuff that I have. What is this? All right, here we go. This is a lock for my bike. Okay? It's actually made of, it's trippy. It's actually made of hardened steel. I mean, this is not a chain. It's made from like bars of steel, hardened. No one's gonna steal a bike quickly with this. But, and this cost a lot of money. This is not cheap. But what if I was to turn around and try to sell it? I'm not gonna be able to get what I paid for it. It has gone down in value. I used to say to my dad, what do you think I can get for my 1974 Plymouth Duster? He said, whatever anyone's willing to pay for it. Interesting, right? That's old man wisdom right there. That's father wisdom right there. That very same car, I put it in the front yard. I drove it for a few years. It was a 74 Plymouth Duster. And the damn thing was a crime scene inside, read between the lines. And I put it in the front yard with a sign on it to sell it. $1,200. And the phone number. Phone did not ring. No one came to look at it. I'm like, what the hell? I said, Dad, it's not selling. What do I do? What is your first reaction? What is your first reaction if something isn't selling? I already know what you're going to say. Lower the price, right? You know what my dad said? This is in 1976 or something like that. 16, 17 years old, whatever. He said, raise the price until it sells. Contrarian. It's the opposite of what you think. Raise your price to become more expensive. Don't lower your price. Raise the price. Raise it until it sells. Guess what it sold for? $2,400. Not only was I able to pay my father back, but I also profited a little bit from it. What a great lesson that was. Marketing rules, according to the Sultan. Number 1, it's only worth what people are willing to pay for it. Number 2, raise the price until it sells. Read between the lines there. Let me remind you that there's 2 lies that you probably subscribe to in life. Number 1, you're the only one going through your problems. Big fucking lie. And number 2, there's no end to it. It's never going to end. Another big fucking lie. You're not the only one, and shit does end. That should make somebody feel better today. A traveler asks Socrates, how do I get to Mount Olympus? Socrates replies, make sure every step you take is in the direction of Mount Olympus. Focus. I'd rather do 2 hours of focused work every day than 8 to 10 hours of being all over the place and multitasking. I do believe that you need to be fully vaccinated. I do believe that. Against propaganda. My favorite reply from my newsletter, which sign up for the newsletter. Just stop fucking around. Sign up for my newsletter, georgebruno.com. I won't waste your time, and there's something for everybody. I sign off my newsletter. When you get it, you see, I always sign off with this. Now give me 10 push-ups. My favorite reply of all time was this. Guy gets back to me and says, I just did 11 push-ups. Thank you, George. Tell me that doesn't fucking rock, right? Just let that alone is like a motivational speech. I did 11. Thank you. McDonald's is hiring burger flippers for $18 an hour, and within 1 year, you'll make $20 an hour. That comes out to $800 a week, $41,600 in a year. And you're bitching and moaning that there's no jobs out there. Really what you're bitching and moaning about is you're not willing to work jobs. You're not willing to work, period. You can make a dog poop scoop service, create flyers, literally take this, piece of paper, and literally you can make 4 flyers on 1 piece of paper. Stick them in every door in 2 neighborhoods, yours and another neighborhood. You'll get work. How about this? Car wash in your driveway, $25. Using their hose, their nozzle. You just bring a bucket, a sponge, a scrub brush, microfiber towel. Upsell the detailing, the hand waxing and all that stuff. But $25 gets you in the door. And they paid you to come in their door. Get a squeegee and a bucket, wash storefront windows for free, and say, if you like it, I'll come back every month for X amount of dollars. If it's a restaurant, offer to perfectly clean their mirrors as a bonus. Do a morning boot camp 3 times a week for fill in the blank. Mommies, older guys, teenagers, postpartum moms, stay-at-home moms, newly retired men, whatever, fill in the blank, niche down. They bring their small weights. Well, I have a weight right here. This is an 8-pound weight, which I really like. 8-pound weights. If you do anything to exhaustion with 8-pound weights, believe me, you'll be pumped, you'll build your muscles, and it works. I have 15-pound dumbbells. I have an easy curl bar with 10, 20, 30 pounds of plates. I no longer have tons of heavy weight anymore, but I'm in shape as a result of using that stuff. I can't throw around the heavy weight anymore. I can't, my frame, my body doesn't handle that kind of heavy stuff anymore. So rather than putting on more plates, I put on more reps and make my form perfect. The stuff you can do with lighter dumbbells is amazing. And resistance bands, I will tell you, I'm not ready to take my shirt off yet. But when I am ready to do it, I'm going to show you some before and after pictures. When I'm ready to do it, I will gladly say that I did it with resistance bands and light weights and body weight exercises. So you do a morning boot camp. They bring their small weights. You lead the exercises. They are the Jen gang, the George gang, the Pete gang, the Josh gang, whatever your name is, and then gang. You meet every morning, and they pay $20 a week because of your motivation. They can go to a gym for $10 a month, but they can't get the motivation that you provide 3 to 4 times a week. And give them their number. Give them your number. In other words, they meet you 3 times a week in the park. You lead them in exercises. You wear them out. You work them. But they also have your number and can reach out to you with questions anytime they want. That's $80 a month. You can get 100 people to give you $80 a month easily. Easily. I'm giving you work ideas. Instead of a lawn, how about growing the top 3 organic herbs and then sell and deliver to restaurants or busy apartment dwellers? For Pete's sake, there's businesses offering hot, fresh baked cookies and milk, cookies baked to order and delivered to your door. There are milk and cookie services. Don't tell me there's no jobs out there. Don't tell me it's hard to make money. Please. Most people's silent suffering is not from money. It's not from cars breaking down. It's from relationships. Few people will talk about that. Most of the pain in our life is from relationships. Most of the hassle that you have in your life is from relationships. Some people respond by saying, relationships, I don't need it. I can also bet that people who say, well, women are the cause of all my problems. Okay. I would imagine that you're also very difficult to get along with as a man, as a human being. You probably don't get along with men very well either. If women are the cause of all your problems, men are also the cause of your problems. You're just that type of person. So maybe, guess what? Maybe you have to change. I haven't had a problem with women in years. 12 years I haven't had a problem with a woman. Not because women changed, but because I changed. And you can do that too. And with that, finish your coffee and I'll see you on the next Daybreak Show, your home of sanity, clarity, and reason. But I don't want that big giant thing in front of me as well. Not interested in that big giant thing.
Смешно.